So already we have undergone with so many topics of the data science. But now it's a time to flip the roles and let's see from you guys that how you people will understand those concepts. So anyone who can tell about the stages of projects in data science can raise your hand. Okay, please come forward. So you're going to explain about the stages? Yes.
Blends Good afternoon guys, my name is Srivas and today I will be explaining about the R Studio and what are the advantages and what can it do. So what is R? It's a tool to data science. So essentially to use R or what is the basic concept of R? R is the integrated development environment. It is used for data visualization. For example, let's say you have to use data of your income and outcomes going in monthly, and you have to calculate your GST, your all other taxes. You can put in all the data in Excel format or CSV format and then upload it to R. From there, you can visually represent your data in a much more cleaner manner so that you will be able to predict when you will profit, whether you gain, when you losses. So, more about R environment. There are three consoles or three parts of that application of the environment. One of them is R console, where you actually upload your data or what are operations you want to operate on it. For example, you want to create a plot out of it or a graph out of it, you can use the R console. And script editor. Script editor is for editing or making some last minute changes to the data. And these will be reflected immediately into the output window. And workspace and history. Let's just say you have not only 1 year of data, you have multiple years of data, as in 2025, 2024, 2023. You can store all the files in a separate window so that it's easily accessible to you. That is workspace and history. And since we are uploading data, we should also define what kind of data we are uploading. So there are 6 essential data structures in R, starting with vectors. Vector is a one-dimensional homogeneous structure where all elements share the same data type. For example, I am collecting data of only integers. That will be vector, and it's a one-dimensional structure. And then we have lists. Flexible one-dimensional containers that can hold mixed data types, including other less complex objects. For example, I have data of a coffee shop, right? I can store it in a list, as in how many of them are taking cappuccino, how many of them are taking a latte. So there will be different items of different types, but there will be a single dimensional data structure. Then we have matrices. Since we already know matrices, it's a two-dimensional data structure wherein you can store your data in forms of rows and columns. The main purpose of matrices is to implement more mathematical functions like addition, subtraction, and those stuff. And data frame. This is the most popularly used data structure in R. It replicates the design to a spreadsheet or a Google sheet, wherein you have your data placed in tabular structures, and each different column has different sections, as in name, address, number, etc. Then you have arrays. Arrays can be multi-dimensional. They need not only be one-dimensional, two-dimensional. It depends on your data and what your output or whatever your need is. And then you have vectors. Specialized vectors for categorical data with predefined levels, essential for statistical modeling and group. So if you want to create or predict a model, we use factors. And then since now we have defined what are data structures and what are the different structures in R, now we also have to learn how to implement that or how to make them run. For that we have R functions and loops. Since we have loops in other languages as well, we have the same over here also. Basic control loops such as for loops, while loops, and if else. For loop, you give the base conditions during the start while the initializing part, and it keep on running the same R command until it hits the certain limit. The same goes for while also. It repeats until your given condition is false. Then we have if else the if else ladder as well. So let's just say if the customer's price point is more than 350. If it's more than 350, we take a cappuccino. If it's less than 350, else we take a latte or something like that. And then now we've understood about the loops and functions and data structures. Now we'll know about how to upload the data to the R Studio. Most importantly, we can use 3 types of data types or how we import the data sets. One of them is CSV file or comma separated values. In these files, basically you put in your data, but each data is separated by a comma. Those are CSV files. And then we have the most common one, Excel sheet. You can directly drag and drop your Excel sheet into that R environment. And you take in the data from there and visually represent it. And then data inspection. Reviews data sets with H for first rows and STR for structure and summary for statistical overview. Now let's just say you put your data in one place and now we want to perform some functions on it. So if you use the head function over here, it will show you what are the first rows in it. And if you use the summary function, it will give you an entire summary of what your data is and how it is being used. Right, now we are done with the basic stuff so far. Now all these stuff come with the basic packages so far. What is a package? Let's just say you go to a coffee store and you're not just buying coffee over there. You go there, let's just say you're trying to buy a coffee packet. But if you go to certain brands, they give you a package. They give you a cup, they give you a stirrer, and then they give you the coffee packet as well. They give you the complete set to give you an experience. Our packages deal the same way. Let's just say you want to do more mathematical functions or more complex functions. There are predetermined or pre-written set of functions which are there in the form of packages, and you can install them from something called as CRAN. So now what is CRAN? Like we all know, we have GitHub for multiple purposes. Like we install large data models or some kind of applications which are not available on the Play Store. CRAN works something similar to that, but only for RStudio. You can find all kinds of packages over there, or mathematical functions, how you want to implement your data. All of them can be downloaded from CRAN. Yep, that's it. Thank you guys. Anyone has any doubts?
Can we use R for the data analysis?
Sure. The application can handle large data sets, but we have to make sure our hardware supports it. So if we have a better system, better equipped environment, we can surely handle large data.
Any other person?
What is an IDE?
Right. An IDE, the full form stands for Integrated Development Environment. Let's just say what are compilers are you using? Instead of just providing your compiler, the application itself will have a debugger. It will give me an option to directly download the repositories. It's like a safe space or an environment for programmers. Instead of collecting data from other places all over the internet, it gives you all the options in one place and in one application. That is an integrated development environment in simple terms. That's it.
Everyone enjoyed that different teaching methodology which we have opted today, flipped classroom, and definitely we will try more new techniques to make the class more interesting. Okay. Next we will discuss some other technologies or methodologies so that you will be more aware about the topics, and it's very great that you people come forward and taking the concepts like that. Very well in class.